Damn. I hope I didn't lose that video. They keep automatically making me call. Because they know I know about them, I just don't know how to actually explain them so easily. So it didn't have me to call so I can forget what I was talking about. I was talking about the programs. So those are the program assets. Their program, they don't even know their program. And their program just to do that. It's like, I was listening to a targeted individual guy, and he said that he's from the land down under, and he said people are just looking at him like he's entertainment. But he's not an asset that repeats himself. Every video is the same thing, just different actors, but still the same thing. And it's a good thing to actually show the same thing in a sense of a way, because then you see how many people are participating in your stalking. And it shows how many of them, the Scientologists. And it shows, how many Scientologists are in your area. Or it could be someone who's a Scientologist, but has a friend that's not a Scientologist. Although all those who leave, they said that a Scientologist does not talk to another that's not a Scientologist. But yes, they do. They may not tell you they're Scientologists, but in a sense of a way, they get you to trust them. Like, it can be your spouse, They get you to trust them. You don't know this person, but they get you to trust them. And some people, they will become your handler. And they will get to know you, the good things you do, the bad things you do. And sometimes they can get you to do things for them. And if you don't do things for them, then they're going to go and tell this. So they're going to go and tell that. It's like blackmail. They can get you to do it through blackmail. Another way, the Church of Scientology can get someone to follow you around as if they're going to do jail time, And then they say, hey, we'll cut a deal with you, This person, is blase, 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 we haven't caught them in whatever, act they say you did, but we haven't caught them in any act, but we just have this, we have informants that say, this person is whatever, but we don't know because we haven't, caught him in doing anything yet. So we would like for you to befriend this person. And you won't go to jail. You won't go to prison. Now, when you befriend this person, they're going to give you a file. When they give the person the file on this other person, then they get to know things about you, and they might become your friend, or they might just tell them just to follow you around, take notes, do this or whatever, and they might tell them what color to wear when they come around you, and they might say, just be on just be on call. You never know when we will need you. This is how they can get a lot of them in one place at one time through the phone. It's the best mind control device Scientology ever made. And now the next type of asset is one that might be getting voice to skull, but don't know it. That one, like, there's a target, more than one. I watched the videos, they were not into a religion or God or anything. But once they became targeted, this one guy, he went to Let me see if I can find him. This guy here, to me, oh man, he's funny as fuck. He starts out telling you, you know, that he was being stalked and stuff like that. He's not religious or anything. But then all of a sudden he goes into Jesus. How you can only be saved through Jesus. And to me, I call these oxymorons. Because you're telling me that only by God or Jesus or Yahweh or whatever will I be saved from this shit. However, I know that it was about Yahweh. It really was about Yahweh when this shit happened to me, and Yahweh was nowhere to be found to stop them from bothering me. I hadn't did anything to anyone. People say what goes around comes around. Well, this came around me. I didn't do anything to anyone. So you have these type of targets, those that he doesn't even know that he's on the wire to do what he does. To not have been religious, and now you are religious, and now you're telling me that I need to give my life over to the Lord Jesus Christ, God, Yahweh, or whoever. Then you're still a target. Because anytime you live outside yourself, and we are gods, you don't even know the God within. You live outside yourself. They also have him in a mental institution. When he's not in one, but he has therapy. I'm not for sure if he says he takes the medication or not. But he did say that once he gave his life over to the Lord or whatever, he said that he began to stop being stalked. You just have to hear him. This is a different type of a target. Those that are really into Jesus, God, Yahweh, or whatever, you know, try to tell everyone else that you have to give your life over to this fake as God, you know, so that, you know, you won't be targeted anymore. And that's not true. But they're giving that shit to others, and that's a different type of an asset, you know. And there are many assets like that on the internet. Then you have the assets that idolize other I don't know if they're assets or not, because to me, I call them Scientology. They can get mad all they want to. That's that Robert Duncan bitch. You know, TIs, I'm going to call them TIs right now. They idolize him. Alex Jones, they idolize him. The guy that Duncan was on the show used to be a wrestler. They idolize him and that show. Then there's Dr. John Paul or somebody. You know, there are targets who idolize them, and these targets are different nations. They idolize these others and go by what they're telling them. I mean, they do give you information. However, to me, if they know so much, then why they didn't come up with Scientology being able to do this shit? But you know, I never was into them. I was never into Robert Duncan, because Robert Duncan, his name for one, he is a robber, and his name is Duncan. He's dunking a lot of you guys like donuts, you know, Dunkin' Donuts. Because he is the one that invented so many of the mind control programs. Now he wants to run out and tell us about it. You know, what's going on, this and that. That's fine, dude, but you invented the shit. You shouldn't have never invented the shit, and you should go to jail for it. Alex Jones can't get through anywhere that Illuminati has their secret places with cameras. Come back and tell me. And you stay survive, and you are staying alive. You know, you're surviving. However, Alex Jones is kin to those over in that, you know, the Queen of England. Yeah, he's somewhere over there, cousin or some shit like that to those people. So I know he's part of the Church of Scientology. You have to understand they're all actors. They're all actors. And when they can't act the part, they will get you to act it out for him, like him. They wanted him to be into Jesus and this and that, and so he is. So in a sense of way, they left him alone so he thinks. But they're still fucking with him because you have to listen to his videos. So, you know, I don't like those Jesus type of I don't like those Jesus type of assets, you know. I'm not into that shit. I'm out of that box, and all assets need to come out of that box. And I'm going to show you a pink man who will tell you as that. Now him, I don't know how he ran across his video, but he said targeted individual against stalking and smart dust. So he went to start looking up what the smart dust was. You know, it's some, you know, because some assets on here, they're very informative. I didn't look at a lot of his videos, so I don't know if he has proof or not. But most, I want them to have proof. So now I go to from him, and I find her. I listen to her, and she's pink also, and I just listen to them. You know, I don't trust them with shit, but I do thank them for letting me know what the fuck's going on. When I get this information, I give it to other melanated beings around me, and they don't care. This is my video. Look, 6 views, 422. 178, 833, and the information she has, she should have way more than 833. And this page is called "Stop the Criminal CIA NWO," but it should say "Stop the Scientologists," you know, CIA in New World Order, because you will find Scientologists with everything. I mean everything. Put in anything, and you will find Scientologists. I put in Scientology and the Truman Show. See, Scientologists should see. One of them is the Truman Show. And how Scientology ethics creates a very own Truman Show. Yes, we're playing in a Truman Show. And I began to say that shit like 3 years ago. But see, Scientology, they have a way of being able to do electronic attacks on your body and electronic attacks on the internet, so you will not be seen. And I'm looking for targeted individuals who actually want to wake up. If you're a targeted individual and you're into that Jesus shit and Christian shit, and you know, and Yahweh is this and Yahweh is that, but you don't see Yahweh doing shit, especially not to save all those babies who being having bombs thrown on them, and then babies who are giving these shots, and then they're being fucked up, you know, because, you know, Scientology, that's the study of science. When you get into Scientology, the word Scientology is also the study of the mind. And that's what Scientologists, they do. They do the study of the mind. And my son's here. Leave out.